I hope everybody is doing well. My name is Mervel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who already are subscribers and coming back, welcome back. If you happen to tune in for the very first time, welcome. My name is Mervel. I'm from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, but I do live in the United States of America. I do business in Africa. I've traveled back and forth between America and the Congo, so I will maintain the cultural values that it's very, very hardcore of my upbringing, and I would love to continue to be a part of that culture. And why not eventually move back when our time is right? So, if that sounds like something you'll be interested in, to stick around to the end. In today's live stream, we're going to talk about buying properties in Congo. So, without further ado, let's jump straight to it. But before we do that, I'm pulling up at a friend's house to drop off something real quick, so please bear with me. I will be right back. So, thank you for being patient. I'm back. So, you guys have been following, for those of you that have been following me for quite some time, you guys know that I own a 15-acre farm in Macau, in the capital city of Kinshasa, in the outskirts of Center City, right? And, always encourage people to purchase properties and, you know, do business, go back and diaspora doesn't really do anything in terms of development, and government doesn't have the ability to do that on their own. I always advise people to understand that although the government has a huge part of responsibility in terms of infrastructure, building infrastructures and organizing things in a society to allow nationals or Congolese to really live a better life and actually appreciate having their government. I also tell people to understand the importance of diaspora or private sectors, because there's certain job that the government cannot always create, right? So if you live in a diaspora and you have the privilege and have the financial ability to invest and do something good for your country, and this is the right time, right? So in today's live stream, I am going to um, hello, brother. Thank you for tuning in from Turkey. I really appreciate you being a part of this live stream. This really means a lot, right? I take pride in going back to the motherland, and to be specific in Congo, to invest, build, and I encourage people to follow the same footsteps. However, there are ways to go about that. I mean, based on the experience I have acquired over the years of me traveling back and forth to Kinshasa, whether it is to buy real estate properties, to buy residential property or farmland, it's imperative to warn you guys when you are going there for the very first time. At least you know what to expect, right? I Not too long ago, I made an announcement that I was stopping pig farming, but it was coming from a place of pain, but that wasn't intentional. It wasn't because I'm tired or I couldn't deal with the bureaucracy or the reality on the ground, but that wasn't the case at all. I had, communicated with you the idea behind me wanting to sell my farmland. It was not to completely get out of pig farming, but it was more so to relocate to a different area. So I have, explained in one of my videos the challenges that I was facing farming in that particular lands that I own, because of the how difficult it was to have access to water. Pig farming or any type of farming required water, right? So when I hired a team of engineers to, conduct studies to see if I can, build a borehole, the estimate they gave me was astronomical. So I wasn't prepared to pay that kind of price. So I said, we will figure out other ways, whether it is to collect rainwater, which I did, and it actually worked for a while. I also bought big barrels, like, hundreds of liters that we started using, and that method had actually worked. So my workers, did a pretty good job keeping up with that, and things pretty much was going incredibly smoothly, right? And the pig breeding, and I have met this vet who also is an experienced farmer. It actually trained my team on the farm to breed the pig. And the piggery turned more prosperous, right? I was very, very excited with the results. We started selling pigs. Things were going fantastic, right? But then those challenges actually took a good chunk of the revenue. I was spending a lot of money to make sure that water was available, especially during dry season. For some of you who are not familiar with dry season in Congo, during dry season, it doesn't rain, right? When there is no rain, that's when dryness becomes more serious, and it makes it more challenging to continue to farm. But I had to spend a lot more to make sure that the workers didn't have to ride a motorcycle miles and the other side of the area to fetch water and bring it back on the farm. I did what I did and brought those infrastructures and purchased the barrels to make it easier for them, so that they won't have to work 10 times harder, right? Because I wouldn't do something to someone else that I wouldn't anybody to do to me, right? So I had to spend more money to make sure water was there. But it started to cost me more. But the piggery was still at the beginning phase. So fast forward, I, was marketing. I was selling my pig farm. I actually had, a few clients, had people who, made propositions of certain amount that they were willing to pay, but it was below what my expectations, right? At least I had invested on the farm. I built a pig barn. I built a house for my employees, and I planted trees, and I, pretty much fenced it all out. Everything was really, really going according to plans, and until the government, expansion of the city of Kinshasa projects came into play. So when I learned that for the very first time, I was very excited because of the vision of the government and for that project. But at the same time, I was freaking out. I'm like, how this is going to affect me. I was praying that those localities that were chosen for the expansion, that my farm wasn't one of them. But unfortunately, after drawing the maps, my farm was included. That whole area, it will be taken over by the government, but not for free though. The government is now encouraging people to register, and this is true because I have someone who worked for a local government in the area of properties, registering the properties. And this is actually the guy I used when I purchased my very first residential properties. And this is the guy who helped me acquire the documents that I have. He's a really, really serious and nice guy. So I highly recommend him. If ever through my video you are interested in purchasing a property, I'll hook you up if it comes down to it, right? So this guy, he was one of the guys who take boots on the ground to draw the maps and actually, speak to the chief of villages and getting people to go register. I was in constant communication with him. He confirmed the project with me. He showed me the map. Everything looks legit, correct? And now, for some of you who are in Congo and who are in the diaspora but who want to purchase properties or farmland in Congo, let me give you a warning. Areas like Maluku, Mtele, it's a red zone now. Nobody can ever tell you that the property is for sale because they're not selling anymore. Because the government even actually restricted people from registering their land. If you purchase your land and you only have like those chief of village documents, you're still going to get money from the government, but it won't have the same value versus someone like me who have properly registered after purchasing my land. And I was talking to the guy, so they will evaluate and calculate the value of your properties or your farmland, including every constructions within it, right? And I am expecting to get something back, something decent back from that. So fingers crossed. So I hope when that time comes, I'll communicate this with you guys. But this is a fair warning. Never go through someone if they selling property in those areas, because the government strictly stopped all the home buying or land ownership activities there, because there are already homes being built. They already drew the geographical map of what it's going to look like. They're going to be building residential properties, industrial, urban, districts. It will be schools, universities, so many more things. I think Turkey, China, and there was another country who was contracted to bring this project into light, right? And I wanted to take advantage of this live stream, speaking of this particular issue, for you guys to know Congo is not, there's no perfect country. Let's just get that out of the way. But Congo is on the right path. I don't care what you feel about politics. I don't care who your political figure is or whomever you prefer. I don't care. I'm not here to talk politics. But all I know is that things are moving into the right directions. And whether it is building roads, building universities, building infrastructures, and making sure that the country is up at the pace that it should have, and things will be better moving forward, right? Now, I'm only saying this because in the neighborhood I grew up in, there are a lot of roads being built. Roads. I got friends, family members on the ground who are feeding me with this information, and I'm looking forward to my trip to Congo this year. I will bring my drone. I'll bring everything to document these changes that are being made. And make no mistake, we are doing well. It's only a matter of time until people start realizing the potential that Congo has. So I wanted you guys to be aware of that. So now let's dive deep into purchasing properties in Congo. Why is real estate or homes so ridiculously expensive in Congo, but the infrastructures are not enough to compensate for it, right? The roads are not in a good state, traffic jams throughout the city of Kinshasa All of these things combined, right? Why would anyone want to purchase property in a country where the government is not doing enough to build infrastructures to give the country the hope that things could be moving into the right direction? So that's when I wanted you guys to understand one thing. I always advise people to, you know, expand their network, connect with locals, and learn about new neighborhoods that are being built, that are being, that people are moving into. And these areas in particular are gaining momentum, and they are gaining, the values are increasing. In Kinkole, where I own my properties, guys, 20 years ago, with 2,000 or even $3,000, you could buy a piece of properties. Today, the prices are looking way much different, right? Because people are moving into this area. A lot of government projects are being built there. New markets, new supermarkets, a lot of new. It's attracting many people to move that area, right? People are more want to hang out, spend time in center city where most people tend to go, but those areas are so flooded and it's very congested. It's like houses are cramped up on the top of each other. You really don't breathe natural air like that. Versus in that area, it is way more laid back. The river, Congo River, runs through there. When you're sitting there, homes are actually bigger, and you get this breeze, and it gives you the peace of mind. And that's why I choose to move to purchase in that area. And now, even in terms of security, you have a peace of mind versus certain neighborhoods in Kinshasa where delinquency and crime is it's so rampant, right? The choice of purchasing your properties or the area, the neighborhoods is very important. A lot of people will tell you, Kinkole, all of this area, oh my God, I can never move there. It's not good. Don't listen to these people. I guarantee you, I don't know, when was the last time y'all traveled to Kinshasa, but if you go down there, things look a lot more different than they did 10, 15 years ago. Last year, when I no 2024, when I went to Africa, to Congo, to pick up my mom, I visited certain areas and I was like, man, I couldn't one second believe that this area would be this nice and people would actually want to move here. And I stayed there for a couple of weeks before I ended my vacation in my neighborhood. I enjoy every minute of me staying there. And that's why I am accelerating building my properties. So next time I go to Congo, like I said, I will not have to pay this premium price to make someone else's rich. I will rather build my own properties, which I'm already in the middle of, and I will share with you the final product. I'm sorry, I'm not going to share with you the process. Maybe if I change my mind, I will, just to give you guys the motivation, right? But keep in mind, this is meant to encourage most of you guys to invest in real estate in Congo. In Kinshasa, to be specific, there are so many expatriates moving to Congo for the opportunities that are there, and that's making them richer. And these people, they need places to stay. All right. Not all of them want to live because they own supermarkets in these particular new neighborhoods where the expansion are taking place too. So they don't want to live in the center city. They want to stay in this area. And there is another projects that's happening near my residential properties where I'll consider my main one that I will share with you. I talked to one of my friends. I told him that please, whenever you get a chance, go down there, collect the data, send me images, videos, because I would like to share this with my audience. But if I don't get it, I'm going to Congo this year anyway, so I will be boots on the ground myself, and I'll be more than welcome, more than glad to bring this to your screen so you guys can see the impact of these new neighborhoods that are being developed. And when you invest your money in, this particular area, you will be happy that you did. My parents' homes, where we own our properties, my parents I'm talking about, they worth nothing back then. Today, they're smiling. All right. If there's to sell, the money it is equivalent to what you will purchase a property here in the US. So that's why I want you guys to see. Do not hold back, because here we got this 30-year mortgage and things like that that most people cannot even afford. But you can afford a piece of property back home. You're building it however you see fit. It takes, no matter how long it takes, but having a property is in your own um town, it gives you this peace of mind, knowing that if today all hell breaks loose, that I can't stay here in America or in Europe or anywhere you are watching from, you can return peacefully to your home city, drink a beer, have your legs crossed on the table, enjoy the breathe, enjoy the mother nature, right? It's very important. There is nowhere better than home. Every time I'm in Africa, I wish I never left. I wish I had a better job that would finance my lifestyle. And that's why I am working so hard on, saving enough and building businesses. So when I retire early, I go back home, I will not want to come back here. Maybe to visit, but definitely not living here permanently. I hope this live stream was of help from you. Thank you guys for tuning in from everywhere, and your comments really means a lot. I really appreciate you um, taking the time out of your day to, tune into this live stream. That really means a lot. Do me a favor, give it a like if you have not already, and I do appreciate you guys. Please come back for next live stream. Let me grab these comments real quick. Fees are top notch in DRC. How do you advise American Congolese who want to leave but no longer hold DRC passports? Well, that's another thing that the government is working on. Based on the information I received last time, they are actually considering dual citizenship. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but I'm a US citizen now. I automatically lost my Congolese citizenship the moment I took an oath. However, um we have this visa on arrival for being born in Congo, right? That makes the process so much smoother and easier. And I have been taking advantage of this. So they're trying their best they can to waive this. But there's also other ways around that. So I have people, I don't know how legal this is, but I'm going to investigate this. I know one of my friends, uncle, who's also building real estate in Congo. He's talked to my friend to tell me he will hook me up with people with a certain fees to pretty much have what you will consider a permanent residency of Congo, of Kinshasa, just for being Congolese born and raised myself. So that does not include um foreigners. If you weren't born in Congo, that option is not available for you. So I'm looking into it. I'm not gonna discuss the fee yet because it can always change, but it's something more affordable. So I said I will take that into consideration. But I'm the type of person I hate sending money when I'm not there. When it comes to issues like this, I will want to be there physically to hold on to the piece of document, so for my future travel I don't even have to worry about visa, and I can stay for as long as possible without needing to pay a certain penalty at the airports the moment I'm exiting, right? And that's also another thing, but I don't think it will affect you in any way, shape, or form if you are investing in Congo with a foreign passports, because I use all my documentation from the country, my ID, my driver's license. I use that to purchase everything I own now in Kinshasa. So I don't think it will be an issue. All right. So I hope that I answer your question. But if you have any more questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. I will address them accordingly. I pulled up to a friend's house, so I'm about to go in there, just have, grab a few drinks and just enjoy my Sunday, because tomorrow is Monday and I'm back to work. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. Peace out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.